historic day in the college history. We, as the family of SCO, welcome all of you to this historic moment. On behalf of the SCO family, it is my privilege as chair of the Board of Trustees to welcome you today. I graduated in 1990 from this great institution, so it's a point of pride today that I officiate as we dedicate our new academic facility. Since the founding back in 1932, SCO has always looked to the future. The generations who survived the Great Depression and World War II emerged stronger, as did our institution. By the 1950s, we had outgrown our original building on Washington Avenue and moved to the property that we enjoy here today. A new campus followed, as did greater success as optometry emerged as a primary health care profession. By 1970, we moved into the 11-story tower that stands behind us. Women and minority representation signaled new generations of optometrists who thrive with the profession as the scope of practice advanced through the 1980s and 90s. In 2002, we finished construction on the Eye Center, now one of our nation's leading eye care and teaching facilities. We have broke ground on May 11th, 2012 for our newest facility. We noted that years from now, students will enter these new classrooms, and to them, it'll be like this building was always here, because that's how it's supposed to be. Each generation advances our profession. We do with the support and encouragement of our faculty, our staff, the enthusiasm of our students, our residents, our alumni, our supporters in the ophthalmic community, and our friends here in the Memphis community. To each of you, thank you for helping us to envision our progress. Today, we will begin by having a few words from Shelby County Mayor, Mr. Mark Luttrell. Next, Memphis City Mayor, Mr. A.C. Wharton, would like to say a few words. Then we'll hear from Dr. Scott Insler, SCO's faculty representative to the Board of Trustees, and Stephanie Liu, who was the board's student representative when this project began. And again, we would like to welcome our very special guest, our president, Dr. Richard Phillips. As many of you know, in August, Dr. Phillips broke his leg in an accident, and he's been recuperating and resting for this special day. And we are so happy to have him here today because he is truly the man that led us through this project. Let's give him a round of applause. And I would also like to recognize and acknowledge Dr. Bucky Gazaway. Dr. Gazaway was an inspiration to me. He was the chairman of the board when this project began. He had a vision, he had dedication, he had perseverance, and he's seated right here. Dr. Gazaway, could you please stand, sir? Let's please give him a round of applause. Now I would like to invite Shelby County Mayor, Mr. Mark Luttrell, to share his remarks. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Dr. Johnson, to certainly President Phillips, to President Emeritus Cochran. What a grand day this is for the Southern College of Optometry. And to the entire Southern College of Optometry family, I know this is special for you as well. Since 1932, this facility has been an anchor in our community, an anchor not only for faculty and staff and students that have been involved, but it's an anchor for economic development. It's an anchor for all the things good in the medical field throughout our community. It's a custom to acknowledge elected officials that are in the audience today, and I haven't had an opportunity to really survey them. I did see State Representative Barrett Rich from Fayette County. Barrett, where are you? Barrett Rich from Fayette County has been a long supporter of all things in Shelby County as well. It's good to see you. I certainly see a representative from Senator Lamar Alexander's office and also from Senator Corker's office. It's good to see all those representatives who are here today. Certainly when we gather together for events like this, it's really to celebrate the occasion, this beautiful building that's been opened up, and certainly great acknowledgement should be given for the fine work that's been done to open this. But certainly when we do that, we also have to acknowledge the great presence of SCO in our community and the role that it does play. As I mentioned, since 1932, it's been a presence. And with this, it continues to be a presence. We look at this as not only an academic facility, one that nurtures young minds who choose to go into the optometry field, but also it's just another addition to the great medical complex that we have here in Memphis and Shelby County. I think we're also challenged as we leave here today to continue to see what we can do to advance the cause of medical research in our community, and that we use this as an acknowledgement of this community's commitment to just that. And certainly as we leave here today, each of us in our own way should be appreciative of the fine leadership that this college has had, and also acknowledge the great future that we have going forward. I always look forward to these events to really thank you for who you are and what you do in our community. I think Memphis and Shelby County is truly becoming a mecca for the medical industry, for research and development, and those things that are progressive. Whether it's in the area of cancer research, medical device industry, optometry, vision issues, all things related to the medical field, you can find a real nucleus for research and development and advancement here in the Memphis-Shelby County area. So you all are continuing that legacy. You're continuing to really emphasize the great status of this community on all things medical. I seldom have the opportunity to introduce the next speaker, but when I do take great pride in introducing the mayor of Memphis, Mayor A.C. Wharton, who previously served in this job that I'm in today as the county mayor. And Mayor Wharton, I can tell you there's one thing that he and I both agree on, and that is what it takes to advance this community, we march in tandem. So I take great pride in introducing Mayor A.C. Wharton, mayor of the city of Memphis, and a great partner in all things good in Memphis.
Thank you, Mayor Luttrell, to President Phillips, Board Chair Johnson, former President Cochran, who was here when I served on the board, and many other distinguished guests, our elected officials. It's great to be here on such a significant day, representing a great investment and a great expression of faith in the future of the core of our city. I'm sure you had options. I'm sure there were those who had said, look, move on way out here, and we'll start you from scratch, thousands of acres, brand new campus. But we appreciate your saying, no, we know where the need is, we know our history, and we're going to stay as an expression of faith in this city and in this county. And we really appreciate that. This is indeed a medical center. But there's one thing in particular about the gift, God's gift of sight. It's nice to be able to walk, that's good. It's nice to be able to swing our arms, that's great. Nice to be able to chew, and on that note, I understand there's a reception, so I'm not going to stay up here long because some of you want to get to chewing in a few minutes. But you know what? All of that goes for naught if a person is without that precious gift of sight, not merely to see those things that are tangible that we can touch, but to just envision that there is a future. There is a brighter future for all of us. The actual physical sight, but equally important that non-physical, just the vision, to be able to believe in tomorrow, that there's always a tomorrow that we can see. I did a commencement address once for the college when I served on the board, and I talked about the gift of nearsightedness and farsightedness, and it is so appropriate. You're certainly nearsighted enough to see the value in putting down your buckets just where you were, right here in the city, seeing the great gifts that were here, but farsighted enough to believe in the bright future that this city has, and also farsighted enough to know that while it is important that we celebrate when factories come to town and bring new workers. But the greatest gift we receive in this city every fall is when the hundreds of students come and enroll here. That is a great gift in it, the intellectual capital that they bring. And on that note, I want to thank Dr. Phillips and his colleagues for working with us as we've pulled all of the colleges and universities together to say to the students and to the faculty that we do not view you simply as someone who is passing through here, but you are one of us. You belong. I told some of the students from SCO just the other day down at City Hall, you're not the leaders of the future, you're the leaders of the day, because you see the world as it ought to be, not as we see it. You see the world as it ought to be and need to be. So I want to say thanks to the students for becoming a part of our community. I want to say thanks to SCO and all of its officers and faculty members for believing in the future of our great city. Thank you so much, and may God bless you all.
Sorry, I turned to the wrong page. As chair of the faculty, I'd like to join all the faculty in expressing our appreciation for this tremendous new facility. Many of us have already enjoyed the chance to teach in our new classrooms and our new labs. This is a complex that will serve our students and faculty well for many years to come. SCO's faculty are proud to have provided our input and ideas on this project. It will be a great asset to our academic program in the same way that the Eye Center has been an asset to our clinical program. From the preclinical laboratories on the first floor to a new study environment suited for research and student study, the students and faculty alike will join an improved working relationship thanks to the improved access that this building provides. On behalf of our faculty and staff, thank you to all who have worked to make this day possible. We look forward with pride to supporting the learning that will take place in this facility for years to come.
On behalf of the Student Government Association, current representative Jigna Patel, and the rest of our student body, I'm pleased to be a part of today's ribbon-cutting ceremony. I join my fellow students in expressing our appreciation for the hard work that went into preparing for this special day. Like the faculty, we're grateful that the administration sought our input and ideas on how SCO could become even better. We're proud that SCO will remain at the forefront as a leader in optometric education thanks to this project. It's exciting to know that we were here as the first to enjoy this new facility. Years from now, it will be nice to look back and see the difference that was made today for future generations of students. On behalf of all of our students today, and future students who will one day learn inside these walls, thank you to our board, our administration, our faculty, staff, and alumni for your support of the needs of our students. Thank you.
Thanks to each of our speakers for helping mark this historic occasion. And if you'll indulge me, it's truly a special occasion for me. When you set out on a journey, sometimes it's hard to anticipate the twists and turns or breaks in the road. I certainly never envisioned having an accident just a few weeks before we were ready to finish the work on this new facility. But nothing was going to stop me from being here today. Thanks to all of you for your support, both personally as I've recuperated, and for your support that helped us reach this special milestone in the life of the college. As president, one of the facts you appreciate is how it takes people to make an institution succeed. Because our students work hard and live up to their potential, SCO enjoys a reputation of one of, if not the leading college of optometry. Because our faculty are committed to excellence and preparing our students to practice 21st century optometry, SCO thrives. Because of the way our dedicated staff strive to meet the needs of our students, we enjoy a family-style atmosphere. I felt that personally in being welcomed back after my accident. More than 60,000 of our patients each year appreciate all these things and choose to visit the eye center for their eye and vision health care, and another 20,000 benefit from the work we bring to them out in the community. I know our alumni grasp these things better than ever. When I was a student here in the 1970s, our professional scope of practice began to expand. In recent years, we've enjoyed advances in science, medicine, and technology that have enabled our graduates to practice to their fullest potential. Our alumni and supporters locally and from within the ophthalmic industry recognize the importance of SCO leading the profession. Our 7,000 graduates directly influence the profession of optometry. The work we do here is critically important to our patients. So, with all these ideas in mind, we asked our students, how could we go from being great to even greater? We asked ourselves, how could we meet the challenges of tomorrow? And you see the results around you. Yet, the building that you see here today is more than a building. It's where we accept the great responsibility of delivering the highest quality of graduates who leave here prepared to practice in all 50 states and abroad. We stand on the shoulders of those who came before us, those who worked and sacrificed time and money to build this program's strength. Contemplate what we will do with these facilities. The work we do today will impact the profession a decade from now, 20 years from now, 40 years from now. Our momentum must go on. There have been many, many challenges. However, those who came before us in this profession have already proven that the task ahead of us is never as great as the power behind us. This project symbolizes the promise of our profession in the coming years. There will be no time for us to sit, sigh, and be content with what we've done. We will go forward in these facilities more committed than ever to preparing our graduates both within and beyond this campus. Here, our students will contemplate their future careers, from those who just started their 4 years on our campus to those who will join the ranks of our nation's optometric physicians this next spring. Here, we will share the latest technology needed to provide instruction for 20th century eye care. Here, we will impart the training necessary to improve the vision of our patients. From here, leaders of our profession will emerge at the state, regional, and national level. From here, we will promote lifelong learning and foster that personal commitment to service. Thanks to the time, talent, and treasure of everyone who made this possible, optometric education will thrive. To everyone here, your presence means so much to me. I'd like to express my appreciation to the faculty and staff who worked around the bulldozers and the noise to see this day. Special thanks to Jim Meng at Formus for designing the building, and to Ari Linkus and his team at Linkus Construction Company for building it. Thanks to all of our alumni and friends for your financial support. Because of you, we're closing in on the $4 million mark 2 years into our 5-year fundraising goal. We intend to work just as hard to secure funding for more scholarships and funding to provide care for those who cannot afford it. We extend our gratitude to the board for their leadership and endorsement for what we set out to do. And most of all, thanks to our students. You are the primary stakeholder at this institution, and you gave us the feedback we needed to ascertain the best way to serve you. Years from now, students not yet born today will look back on this day, on this spot, with gratitude. Our work today will be our legacy in that we envisioned a better profession for them in a spirit of continuous improvement. When we do that, we all win. Thank you for your support, and may God bless Southern College of Optometry.
Thank you, President Phillips. Without further delay, I would now like to introduce who will join Dr. Phillips and myself at the platform party as we officially cut the ribbon to dedicate our new academic complex. First, we would like to come forward President Emeritus, Dr. William Cochran. Next are two staff members who combined service to the college totals over 80 years. It is my pleasure to invite to the stage Ms. Sadie Fleming and Ms. Velma Dixon. Next is SCO's current student representative, Jigna Patel. You can come forward. Representing SunTrust Bank, Mr. Johnny Moore. Representing our Alumni Council is Dr. Martha Rosemore Morrow. Representing the Greater Memphis Chamber of Commerce is their president, Mr. John Moore. And finally is our past board chair who served as this project began, Dr. John Bucky Gazaway. Thanks to you, Bucky, and to each of those individuals for their leadership as they join us in formally cutting the ribbon to dedicate our new building.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
This concludes our ceremony, and I'd like everyone to join us here now for a special luncheon, and thank you very much for being with us today.
I'm very excited about it. I love how everything is new, the new artwork, and just all the facilities are very new, and even the new classroom is really great.
Well, I visited earlier, actually, in the month with Dr. Rai, gave me a personal tour, and I was quite impressed. It's just incredible and fabulous, the technology and the space and the forward thinking. So I think if I were a student studying optometry, I would want to come here.
I am a graduate 2003, so I'm here celebrating my 10-year reunion. The facility is incredible. I also represent the Ohio Optometric Association. I'm in my 4th year on their board of trustees, and this is impressive.
It is a big celebration. I don't think we realize how grateful we are. I just think it's a sign of our school growing and just becoming the best optometry school out there.
It is really nice to see for the city that the school is continuing. Like Mayor Wharton said, it's here. We didn't move out. I think for the people here, it's very beneficial and it gives us more of an opportunity as students to see, downtown Memphis and how we can help people.
We are blessed with such a new building. It is beautiful. The lanes inside are great for practice. We love it and could not be more grateful for such a great facility and faculty and staff.
My hope for the school is that it just continues to grow and be a dominant optometry school and just the best education and clinical experience that you can get.